Hey guys, OceanRae here. Today we're going to be playing the Stanley Parable. And this loading screen is crazy because you can see everything. Like, you can even see my recording thing there. I think it's kind of funny. It's just an infinite loop. But let's begin. Now, I've watched Gassy Mexican play this, so I kind of know some stuff, but besides that, I pretty much don't know what I'm doing. But this game is flippin' hilarious. I'm gonna put my jacket on because it's cold. I just ate a bowl of ice cream to get me pumped for this game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, let's do this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Shut up. I do what I want. Yeah. Beep. Turn that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I think the employee lounge is very admirable. So why not?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
100%.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Still worth it.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. I have a plan.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Hey. And there's gotta be a way you can get down there somewhere. Somehow. I should be able to get down there. I want to get down there.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red
Blue
door.
door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Blue door.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
100%.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
I've been spamming the space bar this whole time.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley.
We're
Take it
going
for a
this way.
spin.
What?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now,
What?
tell me
No,
about your
what?
experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big steps we've made here today, Stanley. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
See, what if I went this way now? What? I didn't...
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
I think this is the one with the baby.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh, that's annoying. I don't like this game. Why? Just die. You deserve it.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Well,
because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
See if anybody knows before, there's a little thing I got that said you can't jump. It's because I've been spamming the spacebar the whole time, wanting to jump, and it won't let me. Which is kind of funny. Oh, hey, we're in Minecraft.
Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Build me a house.
This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off... Yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Let's do this. That's funny. It's playing a messed up version of the Minecraft theme song.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Why can't I jump? I want to jump.
No. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
I was enjoying that. Let's see, what's the new game? Oh, hey. We're in Portal.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it.
I just got done beating this game.
Trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
That's not... You're supposed to go through the portal. That's not how this game works.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius.
I'm good at this game.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just...
Awesome. Okay. Well, this way? Okay then. This is, creepy. I'm just a slight bit creeped out right now. I don't know where to go. This way. Found it. I knew where I was going the whole time. What is this? Yeah, that kind of looks like FL Studio. That's funny. Well, this room doesn't help any.
I wonder what he found.
Okay then.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
So... Okay. I was like, is something going to happen? I like how, I know there's some ways where you can go through this, and then once you come back to the beginning, there's a different beginning. It's really cool.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
This is great advice. Dude.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's duct tape here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Maybe it'd be a portal or something that spawns in here. You don't know.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I'm mopping the floor. That's what I'm doing.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Why not? Broom closets are amazing.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Well...
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
That was a great accent.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley's addicted to drugs and hookers.
This guy's such a nice person.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I think he's done with you now.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't know if I want to go in there. I don't think I am. I'm not going to open any doors. Can't use the bathroom. The bathroom door is locked. Yeah, oh, come on. Damn it. This room. I can't go in there either. That's dumb.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Kind of reminds me of Portal. Well, Portal 2 at least. Go through all the broken areas, like the elevators and junk.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Let's see.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Hey, that's not true.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Mm-hmm. You did it. What you gonna do about it, punk?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? No, I didn't. I escaped like a Bausch. The Stanley.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Right.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, that's depressing. Nature. Where the heck are we? Oh, this is cool. Oh, the two doors. Violent cabinets. Office computers. This is fascinating. Oh, it's the credits. How did I get here? The office. Button sounds. This is great. What else is there? Maintenance room. Copy machine, guys. What the heck is this? Narrator emails. Are you a rock? What do the lights in the control room do? I really want to know. Hi, Mr. Narrator Guy. I have a question for you, sir, and it's, what is your message for today? For instance, on a scale of, what does that say? Max. I couldn't read it. Can you tell me what the significance of? Okay, I could read that one. Build a game feature. I don't know what that says. How do you type with? Okay, I'm done. The lounge. An early version of the lounge. The office. The apartment timer. The movie's version of the choice leading to the apartment ending. A timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. What is this? Cargo lift. The second version is functionally same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo is actually stored. I see. This is really cool. Except, I don't know what to do now. Zending lever. These levels were originally a part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color lever they had pulled. Can I pull the lever? I want to pull the lever. What's over here? Trailers. I'm good. Escape menu. Okay, now I'm just lost. This way? Is there even a way to get out of here? Stanley's office. I still can't jump. Game design mockup. What is this, the elevator? Monitor room elevator. Countdown room. Freedom ending. That says something. I'm gonna look, hold on. Countdown desk. Okay, I'm gonna go over here to where it says exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
There we go. Hold on. There we go. What does this do?
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be...
Okay, I'm gonna do it since I've been playing for about 35 minutes. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.